You had better be ready to headbang because the annual MineMetal Festival is finally here. Would you like to learn some more about this board? Yes, that's what we are here for. You are all VIP guests at the MineMetal Festival, a hard rock and heavy metal festival curated by yours truly. On this board, 3 star spaces are active at once, all owned by one of the performing acts. In addition to paying 20 coins, you'll need to earn the star by playing a rhythm minigame featuring one of their songs. You can get a preview of the song before playing it, and you only need to get 50% of the notes right to earn a star. However, if you get it 100% right, you will get 2 stars. Star spaces only move when the entire star lineup changes in a set sequence every 3 turns. There are 9 possible star spaces divided between 3 lineups determined at the beginning of the game. Memorize them to effectively route this board. It is time to rock. Be sure to tell me what your favorite band was in the comments below, because we are in a video now. What's up, guys? I'm the TheNerdyGinger. This is Origin, not going in creative mode by himself this time. I appreciate it. And now he's okay. I guess I'm not allowed to go to the festival today. Welcome to the board spotlight for MineMetal Festival. It's a freaking rock festival, dude. It's freaking awesome. This is actually only the 2nd board that I have designed. Haha, I'm getting out of here. Believe it or not, the only other board that I've actually designed originally from Super Voxel Party was Diabolic Warfort. I was heavily involved in like some of the remake boards with Grand Canal and KT and Koopa's Tycoon Town especially. But yeah, this is my only other original board, and I wanted to put as much of me in it as possible. And honestly, as much as I'm taking credit for it, Spencer, you actually helped me out a lot with some of the ideation on this board, so I will give you credit like throughout some of this.
But when it came to building and all that, I did nothing.
I mean, hey, you sat there with me probably hours total just to hash out some of the ideas for this board, so I definitely appreciate that. So, like I said, we have 9 of my favorite bands featured throughout this board in various different circumstances. We got Miles Kennedy from Alter Bridge, just kind of hanging out doing some acoustic performances by the campfire. We've got Sean Morgan from Seether over here, just kind of chilling on his own, writing some lyrics. We got Chester Bennington and Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park up here, just kind of doing a little meet and greet with the Linkin Park Underground, except they're above ground. Totally makes sense, I swear. We got a cameo from Sevendust. We'll get into you guys later. We got Matt Heafy from Trivium hanging out over at Catering. If you know Matt Heafy, you know he's kind of a foodie, so I figured that was kind of fitting. We've got the big boys in Metallica taking up the headlining stage, you know, as they do, headlining stages. We got Johnny Hawkins from Nothing More over here, basically waiting for Bus Invaders, if you know that old YouTube channel. We got David Draymond from Disturbed and their mascot, the guy, doing a little meet and greet over here with the indestructible album art, my favorite Disturbed album. I thought that would look freaking amazing and out of place over here, but I still think it's awesome. 8th, we've got Ben Burnley from Baking Benjamin over here, basically doing an interview next to all the podcasters. And finally, because Spencer decided to get me into Alestorm, and I like them way too much, honestly, I had to make a lake specifically so that I could have a pirate ship in here. And we got Christopher Bowles from Alestorm, or actually this skin is straight up a character from Pirates of the Caribbean. He didn't have a Minecraft skin, but this is the closest thing I could find. So there you go. Of course, we got little Jack Sparrows over here and a little cameo from Spencer up here as thanks for getting me into Alestorm. So to start us off, I will actually show off how this star system works. I first got to give myself a bunch of coins. Let's start off with old Miles from Alter Bridge over here. Hey, what's happening? I'm hanging out by the campfire doing some acoustic performances with the campers. Would you like to play or sing with me? Absolutely, let's do it. So you have to pay 20 coins just like normal, but now you actually have to play a rhythm mini game in order to earn the star. Let's preview it first. And we got bees basically imitating Guitar Hero over here as we got the lovely song Blackbird playing, along with a little bit of server lag as you like. So yeah, your goal is to basically right click and get it as accurate as possible. If you get it within a certain range, it'll be worth 25 points, but if you get it basically dead on, you'll get 50 points, and you'll notice that you'll get those hits when those outline bees turn blue. And I feel like it should be obvious. I did not make this mini game. I got this. Spencer found this on Reddit from a user named, I actually wrote this down. Who is it? I can't remember who it is. Apology. That's it. Technology, that's who it is. Anyway, I'll be linking to that in the description. They had a data pack that they called B-Saber, like Beat Saber. Haha, big funny. So I basically took that and modified it to fit my needs and fit into our star system, and now we've got this. Oh my god, why does it do that?
That's a bug.
It didn't do that previewing though. I might get 100. Ah, damn it. I must have gotten like a couple of non-perfect hits. So yeah, if you get above 50%, you'll get 1 star, and if you get 100%, you'll get 2 stars. It's actually pretty easy to get 50%. You really don't have to try hard. Okay, like Metalingus, this is probably one of the easiest songs in here. I say as it speeds up like that, but I'm basically just spamming right click, and I'm basically getting at least every hit. I might not be getting perfect hits, but it's usually enough to get the 1 star that you need. So really, the skill from this board is going to come from trying to get 2 stars at once to speed past the competition. If you guys want to see all of the songs in this board, I will show that at the end of this video. For now, we will get into how some of the items work a little bit differently. So let's start with the Enderman and the Loyal Enderman. So I'm just going to run the function for it. So function items, it's still in our code as Tweestorm, Tweester and Tweestorm. So as I detailed at the beginning of this board, basically there's 3 lineups of bands that are decided at the beginning of the game and randomized. So now by using the Loyal Enderman, which lets you choose what lineup is active, we can actually see what all the lineups are. So for one, we've got Alter Bridge, Linkin Park, and Trivium over there. Looks like lineup 2 is going to be Metallica, Nothing More, and Alestorm. And then for lineup 3, we've got Breaking Benjamin, Seether, and Disturbed. And this sequence and combination of bands is different every single game, but within a single party, it will not change. So that's why you want to memorize this, so you know what star spaces are active at any given point. So yeah, the Enderman usually lets you change the star space, and the Loyal Enderman lets you choose the star space. So Loyal Enderman basically allows you to choose any of these following lineups, while the regular Enderman would basically just move to the next one in the set. So so we were at lineup 1. If I had used just the regular Enderman, it would have gone straight to lineup 2. So I can imitate that, and yay, now we've got different star spaces active. So you'll also notice that in chat it says that the lineup will change at the beginning of turn 4. Basically, every time the lineup changes, it will change again after 3 turns. So another potential use of the Enderman and Loyal Enderman is to just extend the timer, essentially. So like if you're about to get, if I was like just about to get to Trivium over here and they were just about to change over, I could, instead of waiting for the star space to change back, I could just use the Enderman and extend it. So if I was like on turn 3, I could basically extend the timer out to turn 7 and give myself more time to get to that star space if I wanted to. So you could use this to screw somebody over, move the star space out, or you could use it to try to make it to an easier star space. Not necessarily an easier one to get to on the board, but one with easier songs. Obviously I'll show this to you, all the different songs at the end of the video, but definitely some bands in here have easier songs than others, with like Linkin Park and Alter Bridge probably being on the easier end, while like Metallica and Disturbed are on the harder end. So use that in your decision-making process when deciding what star spaces to make active as well. So very similarly, the Golden Pearl and the Fortune Pearl, which let you teleport to the star space, these actually let you choose which star space you can do. So he's spamming confirm right now, but he hasn't actually selected anything. But if he were to fly over one of these star spaces, you'd hear the little boop, and it would turn yellow and let him select it. So now he can go play Alestorm if he wants to. The Fortune Pearl functions the exact same way, lets you choose which of the 3 star spaces is active, and you'll get 20 coins, since that's how much coins the stars cost on this board. Fucked with an anchor. Bum ba da ba dum bum. We're gonna punch you right in the balls. No, wrong song. It's the real lyrics are, we're gonna poke you right in the leg. We would never say something as vulgar as that. Next up, let's start going through some of the events on the board. There are actually 4 passable event spaces that are basically all just having you dig through trash. And I got the thing I wanted. I got a VIP pass. So this is one of the key gimmicks of this board. We'll actually go under here. This is basically just a passable random outcome event in the board editor format, where you basically got a 5 out of 8 chance to basically get some coins, 1, 2, 3, 5, or 7, or a 3 out of 8 chance to get a VIP pass. And this basically just gives you a tag that allows you to spend it on one of the bands, and that way you only have to get 90% of the max score in order to get 2 stars for it. So if I were to open up this one in particular, Enter Sandman, might be able to do this one. So now that I have a VIP pass, it gives me the option to start the song and use my VIP pass where I only need 90%. So let's preview it really quick. So you can see that the max score is supposed to be 1150, and it will be a little bit lower when I go back and use the pass. Now if I use my VIP pass, I only need 1025, which I'm probably not going to get because of this bug I'm exploring. I'm not getting anywhere near this. 56. Perfect. My VIP pass went to waste. And that is a one-time use, so if I were to try to do this again, you'll see that I no longer have access to that. And you can only have one VIP pass at once. It doesn't show up in your inventory. It's kind of just an invisible item, sort of like
hard hat on Mystic
hat on Mystic Caverns. Thank you very much, Spoon. And so if you were to generate another VIP pass over there, you'd basically just get covered in garbage for no reason, is what the thing would say. So now I'm gonna get destroyed by Seek and Destroy, probably the hardest song in this. What the fuck?
When it does that.
I'll figure out why that's happening.
That should be a unique setting for this board only. Double speed.
Next up, we'll get into some of the actual event spaces on this board. There are 2 of these help desk spaces on either side of the board, and they basically function exactly the same as the Loyal Enderman, except you can decline to use it if you don't really want to. But this, in the Loyal Enderman, literally use the same code. I should say that I basically coded this help desk event first, and then I basically just coded the Loyal Enderman to use pretty much the exact same set of code. So just like with the Loyal Enderman, I can choose whichever lineup I want, or choose the exact same lineup if I wanted to extend the timer. All the same strategies apply towards the Loyal Enderman. The next event we're going to show you is a little cameo from Ice 9 Kills. We got Spencer Charness over here from Ice 9 Kills.
That's my name.
I know, his name is Spencer. As well as a bloody Patrick Bateman. If you know the reference, you know the reference. So yeah, Ice 9 Kills was somebody that I was just kind of recently getting into at the time of this video. Thank you again for Spencer for getting me into this band. And we've got the ink guy at the ink tent giving tattoos. Haha, funny pun, get it? So basically, he's going to show you a pattern, a 5x5 pattern of blocks in just black and white that basically is supposed to be like, oh, it's a tattoo. And if you can memorize it, he'll give you coins and basically say it's memorable or not.
One tip before I get started is to, once all the colors are there, look at whichever one has the least amount and remember those ones.
Exactly. It's basically just going to be black and white.
Or in this case, white, probably.
It's basically a couple of Tetris pieces, so he's going to try to go for the white ones. I don't entirely remember, honestly. So then you basically just have to fill in the rest with black. So if you get between 20 and 21 blocks correct, you get 5 coins. 23 and 24 gives you 10. And 25 total gets you 15. And you can also click when you're done, and he's also got a set of shears.
If you want to end early, just click in chat.
And he actually got all 25 blocks correct. This design was truly attention-grabbing. Absolutely. So yeah, you do have to get at least 20 blocks correct to actually get anything out of this, but it's usually pretty easy to get at least to that threshold. If not, he's gonna be like, well, fuck, I'm throwing this design in the trash. I can show some of the alternate dialogue on screen. But yeah, that's how that event works. Next off, I'm gonna show off a little event with old Chris Bowles from Alestorm over here. In addition to a star space, he's also got an event to himself. Oi! Who do you think you're looking at, you filthy landlubber crew? Stick a cannonball up their face! Ah! That is also a reference to a song. If you know, you know. And if you know the actual lyrics, I'm sorry.
Don't paste them in the comments.
I will not be putting those lyrics on screen. Basically, the cannon event will shoot you to one of 5 random spaces. One of them is this dual space over here in front of Miles. And before I go through all the other spaces, I'll kind of preface them by saying that basically all of them go to places that can be rather eventful. As in, they might be before a space of interest, or they might be relatively before a star space. So there's this one before Alter Bridge. There's this one above this blue tent. That's before a lucky space, as well as before C, there's star space. There's one right here, just above this item space, right before another lucky, and also right before Trivia Met Heafy over there. There's also one right here in the middle. This is basically right before a big branch towards going towards the main stage with Metallica, or with Linkin Park over on the left over here. And the last one is right after this equipment shop, right before the Nothing More star space. Because this is completely random and you never know what star spaces are going to be active, you can't really plan around this event too much, but it's fun to get shot by a cannon, I guess, and launched across the board to a different spot. So there you go. So I guess now you could go over to Sevendust then, since they're the next one on my list.
I was gonna go eat some food. I'm hungry.
Fine. You want to go eat some food? Fine.
I'm hungry. I need food.
Then go get your food and your 1,000. I don't even know how many coins. This is the little catering event. Hey Origin, you and your group are VIP guests, so have a meal on us. So yes, this event gives you basically 2 food items. Like I said, the lore with this is that we're supposed to be like VIP guests at this thing. So yeah, we get to eat in catering with the band and get 2 possible food items. If you're wondering what items those are, that's actually related to another special item shop over here. We basically got like a little food truck over here that functions as an item shop and only sells the food-based items. So we got the double berries, triple berries, custom apple, bottle of honey, the dash apple, the golden dash apple, the rewind apple, and the poisoned apple. Obviously, you can only buy 1 here, but this one will give you 2 at random. So it's can be a fairly powerful event, especially if you get like 2 of like the big movement items with it. Another event over on the left side of the board here, we basically got a little cameo from Sevendust. They're not a star space on this board, and I was like really getting into them when I was making this board, so I couldn't really justify including them among like the star spaces, but I wanted to give them a little cameo. I knew I wanted a second stage that was separate from the headlining stage, so we got them over here kicking ass. You guys know who we are? We are Sevendust. Thank y'all so much for coming out. We don't say goodbye. We say see y'all later. You were inspired by Sevendust's awesome performance. You will move 5 spaces on your next turn. Or 5 extra spaces on your next turn. So that event is fairly self-explanatory. Sevendust is very famous in the rock community for giving awesome performances even like 30 years into their career. So I wanted to give them a little bit of credit there. As you can see, I got 5 extra spaces, and I'm just going to completely waste it by setting myself up here. And you'll see why in a second when we get to Spencer's turn. Now, Spencer, would you demonstrate the last and most lovely event on this board?
I definitely can in just a second.
No, you gotta use your rewind. You gotta use your rewind apple.
I can just poison myself, and I'll guarantee you get it.
No, you won't.
I get it.
No, you're going the wrong way.
Well,
you had to use your rewind apple. Do it anyway.
Now I'm going the right way.
There we go. This is the dev server too, so I had to fix it.
Are you alive? Are you alive? So how does it feel to be alive? Show me!
There we go. That's Metallica's Wall of Death. So yeah, that lovely event basically triggers a mosh pit where everybody on these 5 spaces here will lose 10 coins, and if you're on one of these 2 spaces, you'll actually get moved. You'll actually get like moshed towards the center stage and land on this space. So it's not a particularly impactful event. You only lose 10. I mean, everybody there loses 10 coins from it. But I thought it was funny. I definitely wanted to have like some sort of Wall of Death. I thought it would be funny. I don't know if there's ever been a Wall of Death at a Metallica concert, but it's kind of funny, especially when it's literally all me. That's it. No crazy strategies for this event. It's just kind of weird, and there's 2 of them, so it's easy to activate, but also kind of easy to avoid since it's in front of this junction. Separate from the events, I just want to mention one random strategy of something that I might want to change. Is that the disturbed star space is actually relatively farmable, since these stars do not move when you buy them. So they're active for several turns. So after going around this space, what we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 spaces around to basically get this star again, which with some movement items is very doable. Granted, Disturbed is probably maybe next to Metallica the hardest star space on this board, so maybe you won't get that much out of it, but hey, now you know that this star space is kind of farmable if you really want to do that while it's active. With that, that's pretty much it on this board. To finish this off, I will show you every single song from all of the bands on this board, give them a difficulty rating out of 5 as well as an average rating for each band, so you can kind of route your star spaces based off of which ones you think you can actually get 2 stars from.
I'll just be in here.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, Spencer, of one last little Easter egg. Yeah, we straight up have a bathroom in here, and we've got a guy just kind of, I assume, either puking or just looking at his shit, and then we've got our man Spirit Doggo coming out. Oh god, he's peeking through the stall. If you guys remember my friend Don, or our friend Don / Spirit Doggo from some of our old videos, he's crazy. And now he's sneaking into the festival through the toilets. So that's fun. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us for this board spotlight on this awesome heavy metal festival board. I have been the TheNerdyGinger. This has been Origin. Be sure to leave a like on this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Especially leave a comment about what your favorite bands are. And we will see you guys in the next board spotlight, where we'll be going to the first ever original board for Super Voxel Party, The Manor of Madness. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.